country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for, and if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
Lord, that is the shortest intro we've ever had, ever, right there. Like it was suddenly 10 seconds in. Good morning, Dear America family. Chad Prather filling in for Graham Allen for the Dear America show. I hope you guys are having a great Monday morning so far. I mean, it's still pretty early in the morning, but, it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great week. There's so much news going on. There's so many things happening in the world. I want you guys to blow up the chat, hit like, hit subscribe, share this episode. We got an action-packed show for you today. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I did. Fantastic group of folks in Springfield, Missouri. In spite of all the protests around our shows, we kicked off the Right Side of Comedy Gulf of America comedy tour. We had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that showed up, 5 shows in 3 nights in Springfield, Missouri. Man, there's more coffee shops in Springfield, Missouri than I've ever seen in my life. It was incredible. I don't really drink that much coffee. I have a little bit right now. Man, a lot of septum nose rings, though. But we had a fantastic show. You guys, I want to blow it up. Let me see those American flags. Let me see those American flags in the chat. I want to make sure that we're running here and we're doing this thing right. And you guys are ready to rock and roll today. Locked and loaded. Are we on Rumble? Is this thing blowing up? What's going on? We got a black screen, Mr. Producer. Uh-oh. We may have to start again.
Well, no, some people say...
Do you? Okay. Well, I look good for those of you.
I don't know.
Yeah. Some people have a black screen. But I know they can hear us because I'm seeing the... hit refresh on your deal. On your thing. God, I love tearing down I love tearing out what they call the fourth wall, where you can see behind the scenes. There you go. I see the show just fine. Good. You know what? While you guys are listening to me and while you're focused on this attention-grabbing black screen, if that's what you're getting, I want you to text Graham to 989898. Our friends over at Birch Gold, they will help you secure your future and your retirement, backed by physical precious metals, specifically gold. Birch Gold, they will take care of your legacy, folks. If you got that old 401k that's sitting there with an old employer and you do not know what to do with it because it's not gaining anything, it's not accruing any interest, that investment is not going anywhere, text Graham, Graham, to 989898. Birch Gold, they'll give you that free, no obligation information kit, and you get them on the phone, and they will help you figure out what to do with your money. Love money, man, and there's more of it coming in these days now that the economy is doing a little bit better with the new administration. So make sure that you are backed by that precious metal mined from the ground and the mountain that has been the measuring stick for money since the beginning of human history. Gold. Birch Gold. Text Graham to 989898, and they will help you out. All right, I need some help on this thing. We'll figure all the technical stuff. Out, but before we do that, let's bring on everybody's favorite redneck. God, this guy's American, even if he does love Alabama. But he's in Mississippi. Hot Seat Todd, everybody. Hot Seat Todd.
Well, you took your glasses off, man.
Well,
I was there for a second, and then I was gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, there. You took
There
your
he is.
glasses off.
I put
Like,
them
I
back
put
on.
my glasses on just for you, and you took them off.
I couldn't see, man. I couldn't see.
Today is the day of sunglasses.
He does look pretty
Man,
bad.
look, funny story about these glasses, and I was telling Chad pre-show, these are my, like, Iraqi lenses. Like, when I was deployed, I had these infrared lenses, and, like, they literally were terrified of me because they thought because I had these lenses that I could see through their clothes. Like, I could, like X-ray. I'd look at them, and they'd go, and so, yeah, I love these. I've never worn anything else. Never.
Well, I mean, I could see right through you.
Yeah. Well, that's not hard.
Trump, and even Trump is wearing glasses on your shirt. You can get those at redpillthreads.com/hot seat. Y'all hear his voice, and you've missed him all last week. We love this guy so much. T-Bone, the America's favorite Latin, baby.
Good morning.
Hey, my dude.
Glad to be back. I didn't get that memo this morning that we were all wearing sunglasses. So
you said you weren't going to wear them because you got pretty eyes, and you do.
That's true. Yeah, I do have very beautiful
eyes.
features. I have very beautiful features here, so I can't block my face. Yep.
Well, it's just because of your real glasses, you wouldn't be able to see nothing.
That's true. Yeah, I can't see Dilly's glasses also. Yep, it's gotten so bad I can't see anything. So yep.
Tony, give us an update, man. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. It was a rough week, not gonna lie. Tough week, but got a lot of love. Everybody was DMing me. I had to unplug last week because I just couldn't. I had to focus on my family. So no, but it's good, man. It's good to be back. I'm ready to get back. Back to work, I guess I should say. Also, by the way, everybody, I talked to Graham yesterday for a little bit. He told me to tell everybody hi. He came into town. He surprised his family, kind of a surprise trip to come. Yeah. So yeah, he told me to tell everybody what's up. He misses all you, but he's over there doing some hard work. So
I keep twisting Graham's arm. I talked to him over the weekend. I'm like, dude, come back. Just come back, dude. You've done a bunch of stuff in D.C. Just come on back. And he's like, man, I'm getting important stuff done. But I think he misses everybody, and he would love to. Yeah, I love that dude. He's a good dude. But Tony, man, I'm glad you're good, buddy. It's good I don't like you being gone.
Yes, so. For sure. Yeah, me and Chad together. Although fun, it's like two dogs off a leash chasing a pork chop. I mean, it's just dangerous.
Oh, I know. I was getting a lot of DMs like where are you, dude? These guys are going off the rails. I was like, sorry, man, I can't. I can't even go there right now. I'm busy. So
I know we're holding down the fort. We're doing everything we can. Graham's in D.C. Royce is doing something in D.C. I have no idea what he's doing. I really don't know what Royce is doing, but he's in D.C.
Truth be told, I was in D.C. too, man. That was a whole cover story for me. I was over there,
Everybody's in D.C.
They needed me. ICE recruited me to get in, into with all the people, so I can get into the back alleys where everybody's hiding. So I told them where everybody was.
I can tell you just from my perspective, Tony. All jokes aside, you are greatly, greatly loved. I got messages after messages after messages after messages for the last week saying we're praying for Tony. We love Tony. We miss Tony. So don't think for a second that this entire Dear America family, the Hot Seat Mafia, Prather's Peckerwoods, don't think for 1 second that you weren't covered in prayer, bro, because you were.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It does mean lots, and it's not lost on me how many people send me love. I appreciate every single one of you. But with that, let's get on with the show because I don't want to get emotional over here. So let's
do it. We're trying to cry. We're trying to make you cry. We want this to be like
dude,
Oprah.
I am all, dude. I did so much crying last week, dude. It was brutal. Dude, by Thursday, I was freaking just crying air at that point, man, because it was brutal. But yeah, anyways, let's get to the show.
We love you, brother.
Thank you, man.
We love you, brother. And I see a couple people asking, no, for the record, no, I did not receive any money, $0 from any soda companies or anybody else for sharing an article about the soda. I shared the article. I read it one way. I shared the article. And then I got bombed on X for sharing the article, which I read one way, which apparently wasn't what the article was trying to say.
Brought to you by Chad Prather.
I'm like, what is going on here? I didn't even know the drama was happening. And then I was blown up over that. And apparently I'm public enemy number one for...
Yes, there was some choice words.
I didn't share anything about soda. I'll just tell you.
There was some choice words said before the show here, people.
Dude, I was so pissed off. I was like, I'm gonna sue somebody. But egg on my face, I shared an article. I didn't know. I thought it said one thing. It said something else. And for the record, also, yes, you know what? Everyone, and I don't care what they say, everyone out there that has a big following. We all get offered by other people to share things. They do offer to pay you to post things.
Yeah,
it's like saying we're going to put our product in your store window. Everybody gets those offers, okay? But no, I did not get paid for sharing a story about soda. So anyway,
And even if you did, who cares?
well, I was talking to Gunther Eagleman, and I don't need to call Gunther out, but Gunther Eagleman, we were having a chat about it, and basically we were saying the same thing. It's now if you're sharing something you don't believe in, which again I read the article one way. But apparently that's not what the article was about. Okay, I just thought the article was about government overreach, and I'm not for government overreach. So anyway, that's enough about all that stuff.
Well, Michael Phillip, you're new here. Welcome. We love you.
What?
It was just a message over here. Says I'm new here. Welcome.
So speaking of lawsuits, which no one was, but Elon Musk, he's going after Jamaal Bowman. I mean, like it just is happening. I think the dude's tired of being called a Nazi, and he says, you know what? I would not want the world's richest man coming after me. I don't want anybody coming after me, but I definitely don't want a dude that's worth $500 billion. This is what Jamaal Bowman had to say. This is what pissed Elon Musk off. So
that's not true, and this shows again the American people do not trust Elon Musk, and Elon Musk is incompetent in his position. And how do we know? Because they fired tens of thousands of people. Was challenged in court. The court said the people have to go back, and now the people are coming back. He's incompetent. He's a thief. He's a Nazi, and people don't trust him. Period.
Let me.
How is he a thief? Like, where do you come up with that word? I understand you want to call everybody's a Nazi right now, but how do you call Elon Musk a thief? Right? Like, where do you come up with this stuff?
I mean, he does have a point. He's taking back all the money that the politicians have been stealing. So he is a thief. He is taking back all their money. So,
yeah, he's taking the Democrats' money. That's a fair point.
The biggest thing for me is look at the headline. It says former Rep Jamaal Bowman, who is now guarding a Pizza Hut down the street. Like, how does he get to be on CNN? And who gives a damn what he says? Like,
what's he doing with Pizza Hut?
He's a security guard at Pizza Hut now.
No,
Who
he's
cares?
Oh
I don't know.
Is he?
That's all he's qualified to do at this point.
Is he really a security guard at Pizza Hut?
I thought I saw him the other day.
God, we need to do a fact check on that and see what's up. That's interesting.
Dude, that's a good point. ZDog75 just said Elon equals a Robin Hood. Hey, he's taking from the rich, giving to the poor.
Facts.
Absolutely, dude. Yep,
I'm
that's
poor,
fact right
Elon.
there.
Send
you know,
it.
You know my fear, and this is what's going to happen. I hope this doesn't happen, but what they're trying to do is they would love nothing more than to come up with some sex scandal. Now, Elon's already had sex with 400,000 women and, 14, 15 babies. I don't know how many he's got at this point. But they would love nothing more than to come up with an Epstein-ish type scandal for Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah.
They are searching deep in the dark webs of the internet trying to find something on Elon Musk. And so I would say that at some point in time, they will float something out there pretty soon. So be pretty.
Yep, I would. Yep, you got a good point there, Chad. Anytime they want to bring somebody down, it's always a sex scandal.
Always sex.
Yep.
It's always sex. And I don't know if the Dear America family knows this or not, but it's always sex. And everybody.
I thought you were going to say you've been to the White House lately or something like that.
No, that was 3 weeks ago. Man.
Okay.
Thursday was 3 weeks ago. I haven't told anybody, but I was at the White House.
Okay.
And that was a scandal. That was a scandal, by the way. So the crazy stuff. Blow up the chat, guys. I want to see you guys blow the chat up. Let's see the American flags. Let's get down into this thing. We got so much to get into. Trump has revoked the security clearance of a whole lot of Democrats, man. So Joe Byron. He doesn't have a security clearance anymore. Lots of stuff. Anthony Blinken. Look at all these people, man.
Ooh.
Alvin Bragg.
Adam Kinzinger. Thank God.
And Adam Kinzinger's already resigned, which is weird. And Kinzinger wants to come on there and tell everybody that, I don't have a security clearance because I've already resigned. No, brother, you still do. Now you don't, okay? And Vindman, all these guys, dude, it's so good. Let them go. Get them out of here.
Yeah, that's what people don't understand, and this is something that I never understood. Like when I retired in 2018, like I applied for a GS position in the Air Force, and they were like, "Well, we don't need to. This was like 2 years later, and they're like, "Well, we don't need to do your security clearance background because you're still showing a secret clearance." I went, "Huh?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah, it doesn't expire for like 5 to 7 years." I went, "Wait a minute."
That's my question right there. I guess I don't understand why these people would be allowed to keep their security clearances. And these
like
people
Hillary
are
Clinton.
obviously
Why would Hillary Clinton still?
Yeah,
like that was 2 administrations ago, 3 administrations ago that she was Secretary of State.
These people are also, what I would call enemies of the current administration. Why give them security clearances to
because
the current
they don't
administration?
expire. They don't. They do expire, but just because somebody leaves, like the military or political service or whatever, that security clearance still runs until its end date.
That's one of those things that I'm taught. Follow me here. Everybody who doesn't know, the security clearance, of which I don't either. That's the equivalent of having somebody that's working for Microsoft say, "You're fired, but you can keep your security clearance. You can come into our network or system anytime."
I
you want."
agree.
It doesn't make any sense. Why would they stay on there?
I 100% agree. I had a secret clearance for another 4 years after I retired, which makes no sense.
Does not make any sense to me either.
Yeah. But again, you're talking about Hillary Clinton, the whole thing. I don't know. Anyway, I get it. The whole thing is what is Hillary Clinton doing? She is a citizen at this point, right? So anyway. All right, guys, All Family Pharmacy. I want you guys to head over to allfamilypharmacy.com. And I want you to use, what's the promo code over there? Dear America, man. If you need that ivermectin, if you need those emergency medical kits, if you need to make sure that you got pharmaceuticals on hand to take care of your family, All Family Pharmacy, they are good folks. Go over to allfamilypharmacy.com. You fill out the form. First of all, you just go shopping. You load up your cart, and you put all this stuff that we before we weren't allowed to talk about. These medications like mebendazole and ivermectin, you'd get a strike against yourself if you did this stuff. But you go there, you fill out the form, you get your shopping cart, and the doctor will approve it, write the prescription, and in a couple of days, you're going to have your prescriptions that you need. Everybody needs to do that. This ain't medical advice. I'm just saying, for me, I like doing the ivermectin protocol. It's anti-parasitic. You get those things. They make it very easy for you. And if you're on the road like I am, if you're traveling all the time, and you want to make sure that you got everything that you need if you wake up, sick in the middle of the night. You got your pharmacy right there with you. Allfamilypharmacy.com. Use promo code Dear America and save some money. Go over there and check them out today, folks. Get those emergency medical kits on hand and have them with you. George Foreman. God, man, George Foreman.
Sucks, man.
Dude, it's a sad deal. George Foreman, did you ever see the movie, the recent movie that came out about his life? It was a powerful movie.
I did.
I did not.
It was a powerful movie.
It was good, yeah.
And Donald Trump put this out. George Foreman is dead. Trump really has a way with words, doesn't he? What a great fighter. He had, without question, the heaviest and biggest punch in the history of boxing. He had tree trunks for forearms.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and he was a good dude, man. So that's a sad day for all of us because he was such a good guy. He had 7 kids, all of them were named George or Georgette. He had George 1, George 2, George 3. He's like, why change it? So it's pretty good stuff. But anyway, so it's a sad day. Rest in peace, my brother. Trump, talking about boxing to wrestling. What a great wrestling match. It's like the greatest upset ever in wrestling the other night with the championship, the NCAA Division I Wrestling Championship. Play this clip.
That stuff comes here today, and it's gone tomorrow. So for me, I just really try to put focus on just keep getting better, scoring points.
Listen to that crowd.
The President of the United States, Donald Trump, in attendance tonight at the Wells Fargo Center. Taking in his second NCAA Wrestling Championship. He was on hand in 2023 in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the 45th and 47th President of the United States.
Oklahoma loves him, dude. That is a red state. Every single county votes red in Oklahoma.
I'm looking over there.
Good hair, man. On point. Pow, pow.
That stuff comes here.
Yeah, do you have the win? Do you have the video of the win?
So this guy, and I didn't know. There's Elon, the thief. Yeah, I mean that crowd was loving him. Senator Mark Wayne Mullen is there as well, obviously Oklahoma. But that kid, man, he was a beast. Like there's some people I don't want to tangle with.
Yep. The dude that won it was he was actually here's the match right here. I think it was a number 2 versus number 1, and the guy that won was like a second lieutenant in the Air Force.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he won, he got up, he pointed at President Trump, he saluted him.
Snapped off a salute, dude.
Wrapped that flag up and ran right to him.
And and obviously Gable Stevenson was the favorite on that deal. Wyatt Hendrickson was a massive upset on that deal.
Yep.
So that was a massive upset on that deal. So anyway, all right. And you got you got black wrestlers that are there. It is. Look at this thing.
Yeah,
that was a third round, right?
Can't spend much time on your knees with Gable Stevenson.
Like I have no idea the rules to any.
I don't have a clue, bro.
No clue.
Like I know, professional. Like I know WWE.
Yeah, that's it.
Like you gotta snap
Like,
out. I guess
right
you gotta
there,
pin somebody.
Like right there. Why are you not biting his thigh? I'd be biting the hell out of him right now.
Chad, did you say I know WWE?
I know WWE. You gotta
that's
pin
really
somebody
wrestling?
down.
Come on, man. That's Hollywood theatrics.
I mean, these guys are excited about this deal.
Yeah.
He got him though. He pinned him down. I have no clue how he won, but he
No
won.
idea. No clue. Like
He won.
way to go.
He won. That's a good
Flags
deal.
all over him. He popped up a salute, ran to the president. It was awesome.
Yeah, I want you guys to go over to. I wouldn't have bet on this guy. I wouldn't have bet. There you go. He won the whole deal. Stunning victory against an Olympic champion. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I probably could have took both of them.
There it is, right there. Play that clip up there. That clip right there.
There it is.
Where he's
He
pointing.
does a salute.
Yeah, right above it.
Go back up, Mr. Producer, to the video.
There it is.
Captain America.
Points at him.
Captain America.
Gotta love it. Yes.
I can't believe it.
I need to get me a suit like that. I need to get me a little outfit, you know.
Yeah. I'd love to see you in that.
Put some of them leotards on.
Shut up. Everybody shut up. Shut up, Rock.
Love it.
Love
to see it.
that he was the
Love
last
it.
match.
That's what the last match.
That's the last match.
All right, Prize Picks, folks. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. You can get the Prize Picks app. Go over there, you download it. If you guys, we got March Madness, we got the Final Four coming up, folks. A lot of basketball going on, so you want to get those Prize Picks. You can use your whatever you want to do. Sign up and get $50 instantly when you play $5. So head over to Prize Picks. It's not a website. It's an app. Get your Prize Picks. If those of you who are watching the basketball, doing all the stuff, get your account, go over there, Prize Picks. You play $5, and instantly they're going to give you $50 credit. So go over there. You can look at all the. Can't do it in Nevada. Or Colorado, but you can do it in the 30 other states. You can do it. Baseball season's kicking off this week too. I don't know if you guys ever bet on baseball, but you can.
No.
I don't know how to bet on baseball. It's weird, man.
College basketball, like there were 24 million brackets. There's only one right now that's still accurate. One.
Really?
24 million. One. And it ain't mine.
So somebody asked me yesterday, they said, how's your basketball bracket going? I was like, I don't pay attention to basketball. I don't know. I really don't have a clue what's going on. But you were watching the Bama game, right? They won.
Yeah. Alabama made the Sweet 16, so pretty happy.
So we're already
about
up to
that.
the Sweet 16?
Yeah, Sweet 16 starts Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah. I see somebody said, did the Eagles ever go to the White House? They got the invite, and they enthusiastically agreed to do it.
Yep.
Oh, my God. Blow up the chat, guys. I'm in a mood today. I'm in just a mood. I'm ready to go off. And I'm really, this is me. This is reserved Chad. Like, you guys heard me before the show.
Yeah, I had to talk Chad down off a ledge because she was ready to. Yep.
Mr. Producer and Tony had to talk me down because I'm just, you know what? I'm
Not
just
me.
chill.
I was hyping him up.
Yeah, he was. That's the
Todd was like, go off.
that's the beauty about Todd. He's just like, what are you talking about? Yeah, let's
do
burn
it,
this
pimp.
mother effer down.
Burn it down, baby.
I said some choice words before the show, and I'll just leave it at that.
No, yeah, Sweet 16 starts, Thursday. Yep, we're already
How many
here.
of you watched the new Snow White? I would love to see in the chat if anybody has seen it. Yes or no? Have you seen it?
I know
Snow
one
White?
person who has.
Mr. Producer saw it. He
Mr.
liked
Producer loved it.
Let's see what this says. Lazy, visually repellent. That was the Independent. Exhaustingly awful. The Guardian. These are lefty rags. Disney has trashed its reputation. The Times. This sounds like me on Twitter. Strange hot mess. HuffPost. Listless. Screen Daily. That's a strong
Good enough.
adjective.
I have
TV.
not watched the movie, but just seeing Disney's history with what they're doing. I mean, look at what they did with Captain America and that whole fiasco with them losing money that way. I mean, they keep doing things that are just pissing people off. I mean, look how they changed the character for Little Mermaid as well. They made it a black actress instead of a white
Hey,
actress.
Tony
they're
said
just-
it. Tony said it.
Tony
I didn't
said
say
it.
I'll say it anytime. I
Well,
mean,
Tony's
I've
going-
never,
minority.
I've never seen a black fish, but there was
they
the Little
keep
Mermaid.
going. They keep doing woke stuff, and people are just pissed off about it. I mean, they're gonna
Dude,
keep on
listen.
giving them the finger, man.
But
Just,
why do they do it? Why do they do it?
The second Tony Stark died in Endgame, Disney died. That was
That's-
the
Dude,
second.
and you know what? The Marvel thing, I fell asleep. I didn't even know Tony Stark died. Like, people keep telling me that. I fell asleep through the last thing. I can't do it. So
wait, Todd,
anyway,
Tony Stark died?
He
What?
died.
and they didn't even
Spoiler
use
alert.
real. They didn't even use real dwarfs. Like, that's their phrase.
Yeah.
It's the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I don't even know if dwarfs is a politically correct. I don't know if you call them little people, midgets, stumpy
And,
persons,
the
little
the micro mini people are pissed about it too. They
I don't even know,
pissed.
but that's
Micro mini.
yeah. So microbots.
Microbots are
But
pissed.
they didn't even use real little people
No.
in the thing. They used AI generated little people. And they weren't little people. They were big people with big heads. Like the dwarfs that they use. Anyway, insulting. But the last scene of this deal, the only thing I've seen is a clip of the last scene where everybody's dressed in white, which sort of reminds me of a Diddy party. The Diddy White Party. Why would they include this? Snow White, she's white, but she's not. She's Latino. And this is, like, you got a clip right here of the dwarfs. There they are. Look at this. Look.
They spent $209 million to make this movie, and they opened up with $43 million at the box office. I think that's a L.
So is the actress? I didn't know that. Chad, is she Latin? I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
she's
The
Latin.
Snow White, is she? I didn't see. I haven't even kept up with the whole thing. But I'm gonna call balls and strike too. Why are you hiring a Latin actress to play Snow White? Everybody
Snow White.
knows that Snow White is
White.
And this was
I don't get it.
This was our producer's favorite scene right here.
He liked this.
He loved it.
He liked this.
He might be an extra in the background somewhere. You just keep looking.
But look at stuff. When you go to the dwarfs, they're big heads. And I'm like, what am I seeing right now? Like the CGI.
Never mind. I
Like
can't
this,
say
you know
that.
what? This is
Never
what the
mind.
world thinks of little people right there.
Mute
Is-
me, Mr. Producer.
Look it up right
I
there.
can't.
I'm
go
just
ahead.
saying. Yes, Tony, she was Latin. She's Latin. She's a cute girl.
I'm not
Right.
saying she's not cute. I'm not saying I've never
No,
seen her
I'm just
before. I'm not
aside.
saying
No,
she's
she's
not a
cute.
talented actress, but I mean, when they do stuff like this, I mean, they again, everybody knows the story of Snow White, and Snow White is traditionally a white person with. You know, they should have hired a white actress to stop trying
Well,
to.
they
stop
should,
trying to
because the
appease
whole
all the
point-
DEI people.
They even made the birds black. I'm like, she had crows flying around. Like, but like Gal Gadot, I didn't know Gal Gadot was in this movie. She was the Wicked Witch, and I'm telling you, Gal Gadot would not be jealous of this girl's looks.
Not at all.
No way.
But the whole point of the movie of Snow White, or the story of Snow White, is her skin was snow white.
Right.
Anyway, Disney's dead.
Yep, I'm out.
It looks like a
I
Diddy party.
Can't. I'm not gonna do it.
Todd, I'm gonna
So-
nominate you to take over the CEO Disney, so you can go in there and slap everybody around and just
I
tell
could
everybody
fix
how
it. I
stupid
could
they
fix it in a week. Like,
I know you
look,
could.
Here's the problem. Come up with something original and stop stop redoing all the movies that we all grew up loving. There's no reason to have a live action Snow White. There's no reason to have a live action Lion King. There's no reason to have a live action Little Mermaid. Under the sea.
It's a
that was
cartoon.
just fine. Jungle Book was great without Bill Murray. It was fine. Leave it alone.
Across the way. She don't got a lot to say, but there's something about her.
Wow. Did this show just turn Jamaican? Is that what's going on?
And you don't know why, but you're dying to try.
You wanna
kiss the
Do you guys see what happens when I leave for a week?
Sing with
I
me
come
now.
I come back to a chorus.
La 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 la. I'm sorry. Hey, that's just as good as what was in Snow White right there. Like,
And you know
right.
what's bad about the whole thing is this girl doing all these press releases where she's going out there and she's crying about, whatever. Like, stop. You made a movie that sucks.
Yeah, for
and
real.
Gal Gadot, I'm ashamed that she's a part of this. She's Gal Gadot. Like, call me. I will be 3 inches shorter than you. I don't care. All right, guys. Speaking of hot people, Bernie Sanders and
Oh, wow.
AOC had a rally with a lot of paid attendees. The Democrat Party is dead, folks. Democrat Party
Man,
is dead.
yes,
If you're trotting Bernie Sanders and AOC, and they're out there in front of 30,000 people. I think they're pushing for a Sanders AOC 2028 presidential ticket. What do you boys think?
Please, Jesus. Please.
You think Bernie Sanders, okay, so this is the whole point. Bernie Sanders was leading in the primary, if I remember correctly, in 2015. And they called him on the phone and said, nope, it's going to be, the DNC called him on the phone and said it's going to be Hillary. So it's a good old boys club. You sit on the board long enough of the country club, and you get to be the chairman at some point in time for a little while. And Bernie, how can he not? Does he not own hairspray? How can he not get that hair to just freaking lay down? Anyway, but I think Gavin Newsom's got the podcast. Michelle Obama's got the podcast. How long do you think it's going to be before Bernie has a podcast? And would you listen to a Bernie podcast? Scary.
I don't. This kind of makes me a little nervous because I don't share what Todd's saying. He's like, please, but because it makes me a little nervous because, like you just said, Chad, I think they stole his primary and they put Clinton
love
in his
Bernie.
place. They do love all the libs love Bernie, and all the young libs that don't know any better love AOC. So as we saw with when Harris was there for the presidency, we had a lot of people vote for her that didn't know any better because they were voting against Trump. They weren't voting for her policies. They were voting for Harris against Trump. So if these two get a little momentum going and she's young and he's as far left as we know, there might be something to battle, Trump and Vance there. So I mean, Trump's not going to be there anymore. It's going to be Vance at that point.
Let me just tell you, if we end up with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is that her name?
Yep.
If we wind up with her as the vice president, like most people, I guarantee if you do a man on the street interview and ask people, say, AOC, do you know her? Do you love her? And they're going to say, yeah. And you're going to say, what's her name? I guarantee you 75% would not be able to tell you what AOC stands for. That's how stupid they are.
Yep.
And I'll prove that for you guys in a little while. But let me just say that if we wind up with AOC, this girl who wanted a $95 trillion infrastructure rebuild with the Green New Deal, if there's people that believe in modern monetary theory, that believe that credit and debt is a good thing, deficits are a good thing. If we wind up with that as the vice president with one heartbeat away, with Bernie, that is a very palpable heartbeat. I'm moving to Costa Rica. I mean, this is insanity. But obviously, these are two socialists. These are two communists. Bernie, who honeymooned in Russia. These are two communists. This is the infiltration and the invasion of America. You thought the southern border was a bad thing? These people with their ideology and their agenda-driven narrative, folks, your kids will never know the greatness of the United States of America.
Yeah,
go ahead, Todd.
The only thing, this is what I want to see. A perfect world, Todd gets what he wants, rub my genie lamp. I want to see a Bernie Sanders AOC versus J.D. Vance and Sarah Huckabee Sanders, because I want to see. I want to see J.D. debate Bernie, and then I want to see Sarah destroy AOC. Oh my God, that would be biblical.
Oh, so you have Bernie being president, and I had it the other way. I thought AOC would be first on the ticket.
No, because it'd have to be Bernie because of
we saw how many votes the Harris just got. I was thinking that AOC
it goes back to what I said. Bernie's been around long enough. They took it from him in 2015 and gave it to Hillary. And Bernie, it's this really wasn't on my bingo card, because I've been thinking Gavin Newsom the whole time, and he will be a candidate. Gavin Newsom will be a candidate. Yeah. But but just like what's his name? Who was the last guy? Joe Biden, Joe Byron. He's dead, so I forget him. Yeah, exactly. Joe Biden, like there were 23 candidates running. Kamala Harris was less than a percentage point. She was the first one out of the primary. But I knew the entire time out of 23 people, and don't forget, Tulsi Gabbard was one of those, who's now in the administration. I knew the whole time it was going to be Joe Biden, because he'd been on the board. He'd been on the board of directors long enough. It was his time. Bernie Sanders, you mark my word. I did not think of this. Sometimes I get it wrong. I got this one wrong. Bernie Sanders is going to be their freaking candidate, dude.
I hope so.
But can you imagine J.D. Vance? He's a socialist. He's a communist.
Well, I have a question, though. Isn't Bernie Sanders too old to run for president? He's 83 years old right now.
Nah, he can run. There's no age limit. There should be.
Yeah,
I say that, but I don't know that I necessarily believe that.
Let him do it.
But he's going to do it.
I mean, let me clarify here. It makes me a little nervous, but no, as long as we keep doing what we're doing and Trump and Vance continues Trump's policies and everything, yeah, I don't see a problem with Vance wiping the floor with both of them there. So, especially if you get somebody like Huckabee there.
The timing works out perfectly, because Sarah's governorship's up around that time. I've been saying it for years. I want to see Sarah on a ticket. I really do. I really do.
I love Sarah Huckabee.
She is awesome. A thug. She is a gangster. She is the female version of Donald Trump, and she does give no.
Sarah Sanders is so awesome that even Kash Patel is copying her eyes. So I want to talk about Don Lemon. Don Lemon. They're crossed. I love Sarah. I love Cash. I'm kidding. That's why I'm wearing sunglasses today, because mine are crossed too. Don Lemon weighed in on this whole deal. Play the clip.
Picture this: Bernie, AOC, 2028. That's not a crazy question. Since people have been seeing him out with these sort of anti-fight oligarchy rallies, there have been people saying, hey, they look good together. Maybe they'll run in 2028. What do you think? Is that odd? Look, Donald Trump says he wants a third term. Why not Bernie and AOC?
Why are you gay?
I agree with you, Don. Make it happen, baby. Make it happen.
I just don't think anybody's going to stand up against J.D. Vance in 28. I just don't think it. The guy is just too damn smart.
He is very
He's just too dadgum smart.
J.D. would eat Bernie alive.
Incredible.
It wouldn't even be... it would be fun for me to watch.
How do people, it's like a unicorn. How do people keep defending socialism and when it's never been successful? And they're going to do it. People still defend it, and it's never been successful. Listen to this little clip of AOC. Here's what she had to say. Play the clip.
We need a Democratic Party that's harder for us too.
What?
What'd she say?
Rewind that. Play it again.
What'd she say?
We need a Democratic Party that fights harder for us too.
Oh,
We need a Democratic Party that fights harder for us too.
I thought she said we need a Democratic Party that farts for us too.
I did too.
She did say farts.
But
Yeah.
She did say farts.
But that means, here's what that means. That means our communities.
She
each
said
and
farts.
every one of
AOC
us
said we need a
choosing
Democrat Party
and
that
voting
farts
for
harder, which
Democrats
brings up
and
Eric
elected
Swalwell
officials
memories.
Who know how to stand for the working class.
Who farted on TV.
And Tempe, I want to give you your flowers for a second.
I
Because you all have been working overtime to make that happen.
All right, stop this clip.
Yeah. The scary part about all this is that there's going to be people on the left just going crazy for their ticket, because obviously we used to have people that are out there saying that Harris should have been our president and she would be doing a much better job than Biden and I mean not Biden, than Trump is, and it's just unfathomable that they're still going off of, you know, Trump being in office and not opening their minds to see everything that he's doing, all the money that Elon's finding, that all these politicians have been hiding and stealing from us, and they're still defending their ticket. It makes absolutely no sense. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of stupid people going for them.
This is absolutely the stupidest idea that's ever been presented in American history. Like this is just, and you guys, I pride myself on putting things in crayon. So let me tell you what Bernie Sanders and AOC are trying to do. Okay, so let's just say me and Tony are in college. Okay, we got a big exam coming up. I spend all week. Well, let me rephrase. Tony spends all week studying for this test. All week studying for it. I spend all week going to the bar, getting drunk, and having a good time doing what I do. We take the test. Tony makes an A, I make an F. The professor pulls in Tony and goes, hey, you know, Todd there, he made an F, and what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to take your A, I'm going to change it to a C so I can give Todd a C as well to make everything fair.
It's a great analogy.
That's about as easy as I can put it. So take your socialism.
So what you're saying is that
I'm
getting screwed because you wanted to go out drinking all week? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, the folks that are actually like rolling up their sleeves, working their ass off, building their own businesses, being entrepreneurs, killing it, making sacrifices, working 70, 80 hours a week to build something, are going to have to turn around and give it to people who are sitting on their asses doing nothing.
Well, Todd, with that analogy, I would have shanked you if
you
got out drinking, and I would have
telling you.
Yeah.
That might be the most profound thing Todd has ever said.
I have my moments.
You had that moment.
He is he should be the political redneck that runs for office.
Dude, you nailed it.
Yep.
You nailed it. But that was good. We need a transcript of that. Bernie was he stormed out of an interview with ABC when he was asked about AOC joining the Senate, because there's a lot of people out there that are calling for AOC to run for Chuck Schumer's job. Play the clip.
She inspires young people all over the country.
Would you like to see her joining the Senate?
Right now, we have, as I said, just a whole lot of people in the Congress. Okay, Jonathan, thanks.
Wait, I got one more. This is important.
No, I asked you.
Okay.
You want to do nonsense? Do nonsense.
No.
I don't want to talk about inside the Beltway stuff. I got 32,000 people.
I was just asking you about AOC because she was out there with you.
No, fine, but I don't want to talk about this. She inspires.
How awkward.
I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke. God. Lord,
that's the funniest thing you've ever said. I'm gonna go. I'm having a stroke.
I gotta go. Having a stroke. Somebody, give me my nitroglycerin. Where's my nitroglycerin? Where's my nitroglycerin?
Where's my Narcan? Where's my Narcan? I'm having a fentanyl reaction.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Oh my God. Who said that? Todd, was that you?
Yep.
Was that? Oh my God, it's the funniest thing you've ever said.
God.
You know what? I don't care. I don't care. That's the funniest thing ever. But here's the deal. Let's look at his rally numbers. Look at this right here. Watch this, Bernie. They've inflated the rally numbers. Play the clip right here. Paid these people.
AOC and Bernie are doing these big rallies. And you probably said to yourself, are these rallies organic, or is somebody paying people to go to them? But 84% of the devices, which means the people who own them, attended 9 or more Kamala Harris rallies, or Antifa, BLM, pro-Hamas, or pro-Palestinian. And 31% of them had attended over 20. Now, how do you attend 9 or more Democrat rally events? Because they're not all in your town. There would be travel, and you'd have to take time off from your job if you had one. These have to be paid, right? So it's looking to me like the entire Democratic Party, where their popularity, at least for their congressional leaders, is the lowest it's been in a long time. It looks to me they're trying to create what looks like an artificial popularity by simply paying people to protest and paying people to go to rallies.
All right, stop right there. This is the party of stimulus checks. This is the party of free college. Like, I'm going to pay off my tuition. This is the party of Obamacare. This is the party of the government tit, okay? Of course they're paid. They do everything because they're paid. And what's stupid to me is how many people accuse us of getting paid for stuff. We'll talk about that later. But they get paid for doing these things. They get paid for showing up. And I want you to look at me with both eyes, with a clear conscience. I can tell you, my thoughts are my own. My convictions are my own. Somebody asked me over the weekend, they said, would you take $10 million to promote the Johnson & Johnson vaccine? And I said, absolutely not. I could not live with myself. I could not live. Now, Todd, maybe. Dude, you are holding your breath so hard. Todd is holding his breath so hard he's about to fart. His eyes are closed. He's squeezing. But no, I could not. I'm telling you, with God as my witness, I could not take $10 million to take a vaccine. And then go out there and promote it.
To take one.
I'm
not taking it.
They asked me about promoting it, and I said I would not take it, but to promote it. And I said I couldn't do it. I couldn't live with myself. These people are sellouts. They are sellouts. They're the definite. Everything I've ever done in my life, I've been called a sellout, no matter what I do. Coming on Dear America, I've been called a sellout. This whole thing, there's no way. But these people are getting paid. You listen to the statistics of what that guy just rolled off, and they're all the same people. I would love it if we could do a facial recognition of these people in the crowd and say, oh, they were at that, they were at that, they were at that. How many riots, how many rallies, how many protests have they been at? And yeah, they've all been there. You know who I miss, and she moved to Ireland. I miss her so much, is Rosie O'Donnell.
Well, she's about to be pissed because Conor McGregor is in town.
Well, Conor McGregor did announce late last week, over the weekend, that he is running for president of Ireland.
And he will win.
He'll win. And I will go to Ireland. I will drink a little proper 12.
Yes.
Rosie O'Donnell says,
can I go with you?
Yeah, come on. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for your proper 12, not the trip. 2024, she said, was a rigged election. Now, remember that election deniers are a threat to democracy. That's what we've heard for the last 4 years. Election deniers are a threat to democracy. Play this clip.
A lot of people did vote for him.
Yes.
Do you accept their right to do that and their opinion of him?
Well, I respect their right to do that. I question why the first time in American history a president has won every swing state. and is also best friends, and his largest donor was a man who owns and runs the internet.
Mr. Producer, stop.
So I would hope that that would be investigated and that we would see whether or not it was an anomaly or something else that happened on election night in America when Kamala Harris was filling up stadiums with people who supported her, and Donald Trump was not able to do that. So it's curious to me. And as an American and a believer in democracy, I would hope that we would be able to look at all of the reasons why this happened in our country.
Stop. Mr. Producer,
you know, a lot of people did vote for him.
Stop the video! Here's the deal. For the first time in American history, a president got 81 million votes. More black votes than Barack Obama, a, quote, black man who ran twice. Joe Biden, who no one has heard from since November.
Nuh-uh.
You're going to tell me the first time in history. Here's the deal, Rosie, you cutie patootie. Here's the deal. He won the swing states because people are sick and tired of your woke bullshit. They're tired of it. They're sick of it. They're sick of boys pretending to be girls. They're sick of your garbage communism, your fight the oligarchy, which, by the way, Trump, fight, when he got shot in Butler, Pennsylvania. And now they're stealing that phrase and saying fight. Everything is fight. They're sick of it. They're sick of you monopolizing Mexicans and the border and blacks and the urban communities. They're tired of it. They're tired of seeing taxpayer dollars go to illegals. They're tired of veterans who are living on the street not being taken care of. They are sick to death of common sense being thrown down the toilet and flushed. That's what's going on in the swing states. They're sick to death of it. So when a guy like Scott Pressler goes to Pennsylvania and starts knocking on doors, here's a 6'4" gay guy with long hair and boots with jeans tucked into them, knocking on their door and going, I just want to encourage you to vote for. And they're listening to him because he has common sense. You guys have lost the script. You got people sticking their hand in their butts and wiping doo-doo on a Tesla, keying cars, firebombing, throwing Molotov cocktails, and calling people like Elon Musk, who just brought people stranded in space back home on his own dime.
Did you see the latest? The person that pulled their pants to their ankles and rubbed their bare butt on the side of the Tesla?
I can't.
I'm serious. That just happened. And if you can find it, play it. I mean, just rub their bare ass all over the Tesla.
What a bunch of idiots. I mean, what is that going to accomplish? I don't understand. I mean, and can I say,
please.
Irish accents are one of my favorites. They're just my favorite. They're wonderful.
I love hearing Conor McGregor.
Yeah, no, I mean they're awesome.
There you go.
But yeah,
who's
I
that
mean
guy?
these people are just delusional. I mean,
all the
people that say that the election was stolen are just delusional because, like you all the points you just pointed out right now, Chad. We had the popular vote. We had the country just said enough. The country just said enough. We've had enough of the Biden administration. We're paying so much money for all of our utilities and all of our groceries, and we just had enough. There was no common sense, and like you said, Chad, we're going back to people in our administration having common sense, and that's it. So get over yourself.
That's it.
Yeah. So here you go. Well, here's another one. Another sick individual. Watch this. Just rubbing it all over.
What is that?
You know, these people make me want to do two things I swore I'd never do. Number one is buy a Tesla. Number two is move to Oregon or California. That's just nasty. Well, here.
I was talking to Dean Cain. Well, I saw Dean Cain's post, Superman, and he bought the Model S, right? And I literally got on. I was looking at the Model X. I'm thinking of going and buying. It never crossed I'd never drive it, but I'm thinking of going in debt and getting a Model X.
Man, that's a pretty car. I wouldn't drive it, but that's a pretty car.
I mean, it's a fast car, dude. It's 1,100 horsepower.
Why wouldn't
Yeah,
you
but
drive
it runs
Todd?
off of it. But it runs off of like golf cart batteries. I can't.
It's all the lithium, baby, but we're getting them rare earth minerals out of it.
I need gasoline, man.
Dude, and my thing is I travel so much I can't, like 321 miles. And then you got to charge it.
Yeah, but you got to understand, like, it's just not. It doesn't make any sense where I live. There's no charging stations here where I mean none.
No, you can't get one. You'd have to do it at your house.
That's why you carry a generator in your trunk with you.
Oh yeah, it
so
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's exactly what that happens. You need gas.
And now the shame in me is I want to buy one just so someone will vandalize it.
No, see, now you're just asking for it, and I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Because I have a truck. I drive a truck, and I've got a British Land Rover that's on the steering wheel's on the right side, and it's a stick shift. People can't steal it because nobody knows how to drive a manual.
I would get a Tesla and just put a booby trap on it. I would anybody who with the alarms on, that'll electrocute anybody who wants to touch it. Just put a camera out there, let people just shock the heck out of themselves.
Yeah.
That's just my
Dean Cain is such a good dude. Can I just say that?
He really is.
He is
really
such
is.
a good dude, man. Just a good guy. All right, Sarah Gonzalez, my dear. I'm the closest thing to Sarah Gonzalez besides her husband. And she was texting me this morning, and I'm like, how do you dig up this drama? She was on Tim Pool's show with Alex Stein. I don't care what anybody says about Alex Stein. I've known Alex Stein for years. He's my buddy. He's crazy. He's nuts. But she was on Tim Pool's show on Timcast the other night. And so she went in early just so she could go and watch the protests and film this about the Department of Education. Play the clip.
Has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go.
Hey, what does Elon have to do with the Department of Education?
Everything. It's Doge, baby.
Doge, baby.
Elon Musk has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho.
What is the Department of Education doing for our children?
Got to go, hey, hey.
Other than making them gay and retarded like all of you.
Yes.
What?
Retardlers.
Oh, Sarah. It's always the crazy eyes. Man.
It is, man. And the thing about it is when you take a epitard like this and you hear them burka, and you start asking them intellectual questions, they just get madder and madder and madder because they can't answer it. Like if you were to look at this at Tweety Bird's grandma right here and say, hey, do you realize that we've spent trillions of dollars since Jimmy Carter enacted the Department of Education with an executive order? We spent trillions and trillions of dollars, and we've gotten dumber since. The kids' educations has gone down significantly since then. What would you do to fix that? Get rid of Elon Musk.
Well, the Department of Education, and this is not a Doge thing. Look at her. They should put this on a billboard for Whole Foods. Like she is one bite of granola away from jaundice. I mean, this is insane right here. Somebody married that. That's a wedding ring.
Bless his heart.
Imagine.
In the most
and you know what he
southern
looks like?
way possible.
I guarantee you, he looks like a version of Bernie Sanders.
Yes.
Whoever she's married to. Look at this guy back here. Look at the guy in the
bruises all over his body from getting beat with a cane.
I mean, to me, who's on the other side, and this is just me spitballing here, they lose so much credibility when they do stuff like this. Because to your point, Chad, to your point, Todd, they never have an answer when you ask them a question. I mean, why
no, they
not?
don't.
Instead of going out there and chanting all their little stupid things, why don't they have a PowerPoint set up and say, hey, since Jimmy Carter has been there, yeah, you're right. This, that, and our children have not gotten smarter; they've gotten dumber, actually. But here's what we want to do to fix that. You know, if you're trying to have an argument to with whatever they're trying to protest for, have something to back it up. Don't just go out there and scream whatever the heck they're screaming, man. It's just no common sense there.
I had a
Tony, you're right.
I had a conversation over the weekend with somebody who was against the Department of Education for 2 reasons. And they were like, well, Todd, what are they going to do with the disabled kids that need help and need this and need this? I'm like, well, they've shifted that to the Department of Health of Human Services. That's who's going to handle that. Well, what about Pell Grants and scholarships and stuff like that? I said, well, they shifted that to the Department of Treasury. That's who's going to handle that. And he goes, oh.
Todd, when did you get so smart, bro? Like, when did you get so... Well, who are you right now?
Chad, it's not intelligence. I swear, I just know how to read. Like, reading is fundamental. Reading is fundamental.
Todd, when did you learn how to read? What?
And write cursive. Look at her face. She looks like Thanos.
I can't do that. No. If I write in cursive, it looks like a drunk chicken. I can't do that.
Who are you at this point? She looks like...
There.
I love our producer.
Oh.
Can we start bringing the new producer on the show?
Yes.
Are we at a point now where we can show the producer? I say new producer. He's doing it while what's his name? I forgot his name. Royce is out of town.
I forgot his name.
I talked to Royce over the weekend. We love Royce. Royce is not gone. He's just doing something.
Kendra, stop giving away my secrets.
Royce is just doing something. Oh my gosh, I love that leftist Kool-Aid. Look at that. So you're right, Tony. What you said a minute ago is exactly right. I've encountered protesters. I did an event with Tom Homan and Alan West a couple of years ago, and I walked out to the protesters, and I was like, let's have a conversation.
Right.
They can't do it.
No, they can't.
I had a guy try to spit on me at an event I did late last year. I was like, let's have a conversation. And the guy was ready to spit on me. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to hear your point of view. You don't have a point of view. And this is why, and I consider Charlie Kirk a friend. Charlie and I, whatever. Turning Point, whatever. Charlie is one of the smartest dudes on the planet. Okay?
Yeah, he is.
He's like.
I think he's on the spectrum.
100%, dude. I know Charlie. That the Charlie endorsed his book back here behind me. His name's on it. I love Charlie. Probably the smartest dude on the planet. And he does these clips where he's on these college campuses taking questions.
Oh,
and I'm like,
dude. I love him.
Just owns these people, and they don't have an argument.
Nope.
Give me some critical thinking. But see, I don't do those things. People always say, why don't you go out to the college campuses? And I'm like, I can't because I'd slap somebody. Like, I just would. I don't have the disposition for it.
I don't. I'd look at somebody and be like, let me ask you a question. Do you have to remind yourself to blink and breathe?
I would be more like Alex Stein, who's doing the Charlie Kurt, where he's going out and doing the things where he's just totally on. But Charlie is so dadgum smart and quick on his feet, and he knows history. He knows theology.
Yeah, he does.
He just knows. He knows humanology. He knows how people think. And Charlie, for a young man, and Charlie's been on my show a number of times. He blows them away, and he does it effortlessly. So it's like, what? Who is? I'm trying to think of who on the left.
By the way, with no institutional education, by the way.
No.
Charlie is self-taught.
Anyway.
Pretty impressive.
Right.
Yeah.
This is because this is who he's dealing with. Folks, it's spring break. It is spring break.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're
welcome.
Is what he's dealing with.
I had to send this one in.
Hey, guys, don't look at the video. Listen to the video.
Listen, Linda.
Play the clip.
Who did the colonists fight in the Revolutionary War?
Oh, God.
In the Revolutionary War?
It was, I don't know if this is right. I mean, it sounds so stupid. Was it the Spanish?
Wait, what are your majors?
Business. Biology.
Okay.
Elementary education.
Oh. What shape is the U.S. Pentagon building?
Isn't it just a square?
How many U.S. senators are there?
6, 7. 6, 7. 2 for each state.
How many amendments are in the Bill of Rights?
There's a lot. I know 17.
Who won the Civil War?
Oh, shoot. It's East or West, right?
Well, it's the Civil War, so it's the civilians versus whoever was in power. How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
Justices. So like when you say that, like you mean like the FBI?
Who was on the $100 bill?
Oh, I know that.
Abraham Lincoln?
No.
Abraham Lincoln? Come on, bro.
That's the First Amendment. What's the second?
Right to vote?
Name 3 states that border Canada. We'll just do 1 per person.
Asia.
I didn't know Canada had a border.
Asia. He said Asia. Oh, we're doomed. We're doomed. And this just goes back to why the Department of Education needs to be burnt to the ground. And again, it just goes to show you something that me and Graham have been saying for years. The bachelor's degree that you have is not worth the damn paper it's printed on. Just because you have a degree, whether it's bachelor's or master's, unless you're a doctor, a lawyer, or something professional, it means nothing. Tell your children, please, go get a skill, because that is the fastest growing job market in the world right now. Electricians, plumber, HVAC, things of that nature. Get a skill. Go to a community college, get a skill, and they'll write their own ticket, because a business degree, you just spent $100,000 for nothing. You got an elementary school teacher that like fixing to be teaching elementary students that thought we fought Spain in the Revolutionary War. Holy shit, we're screwed.
Todd,
Let me
who
tell
are you
you-
right now? Who are you right now?
Let me tell you what the problem is here, people, because I have a little inside baseball here. The problem is, it's not our education department. Well, it is and it isn't. My daughter, who's a teacher, she is a really great teacher. She cares about her students, but it's a fact that the administration, they can't get new teachers to come in because they never back them. And so the teachers that aren't supposed to be there anymore, that have been there for 20, 25 years, and they can't make them retire because they're short on teachers, they're there and they don't care. They don't care anymore about their kids. They literally want to just stay there to get to their retirement and get out. And they're not giving any more effort to the kids. And so the new teachers who are coming in are super excited, but then they get all this red tape with all the stuff that they can't teach. They have to follow this curriculum that makes absolutely no sense. And that's where people are just like, they can't teach our youth what they need to know. They need to know just common sense and common things that are relevant to our lives. And that shows right there, all these clips back there, this is exactly what happens when our schools aren't, or our education isn't put back to the state and let the states decide what our children need to be taught, instead of the federal government running it all. And obviously we've seen since Carter, trillions of dollars going there, and our kids are just getting even more stupid, and it's just not working.
No. I've got 4 kids. They're adults. My youngest is 18. My 18-year-old already has 3 college degrees. And we homeschooled, okay? So my youngest son, my youngest child, he's my only son, messaged me the other day. He's at college. Todd, you don't want to know where he goes.
Auburn?
Yeah. So he said, he's already got 3 college degrees. He's got a mechanical engineering degree. He's 18 years old.
Todd left. Bye, Todd. Bye, Felicia.
So anyway, he texted me the other day, and he said they messed up my funding. He's got a full ride deal. He's one of the smartest kids in the world. And he said, I'm going to take a year off. And he said, I'm just going to go work. And I go, I think that's a smart idea. That, to me, demonstrates that I did the right thing. I taught them that if you're going to go to college, use it as a tool. Use it as a tool to further your education. I have 2 bachelor's degrees, but I didn't learn anything, trust me when I tell you, until I got my master's degree. That's when I started getting specialized. And these days, we got to start promoting trade schools and trades. And Todd, what you said, 100% correct, brother. 100% correct.
Yeah, the trades are where it's at right now. Yeah. Like my son, all of our boys right now that are out of school, every one of them, none of them went to college. None of them. My son, my oldest boy, is an HVAC technician already at 19 years old. He's about to buy his first home at 19. Our middle boy, Trayson, is working for a company, Valmet. He makes more money than we do right now. Our oldest boy, Tucker, is working in Georgia running heavy machinery, making $100,000 a year. And we have our oldest is a mechanical engineer, and they're making a killing. The only one that's got a degree is our oldest. But all of them are making a killing because they're willing to roll up their sleeves and work their asses off to make decent money.
My friend Mike Rowe would be proud of you. My brother
officially made it 57 yards.
What is this right here?
Turn it off!
Don't you? You go the other way. He's got to be careful and get it up.
Mr. Producer's being mean on this.
Really?
No, returned by Chris Davis. Davis goes left.
This was low. This was low that you played this clip.
I remember that, dude. I remember watching that live.
Chris Davis.
Oh, that's
no flags.
Wow.
The producer just hates your guts, Todd. He's just rubbing.
You know what? I'm never gonna say anything good about you again, ever. Never.
So the mother of my children, and she and I we get along great. We're great friends. We text all the time. She's great. Check on her, pray for her. She's great. The mother of my children, she's great. She is a graduate of the University of Alabama, and I hate Auburn. I have two children. That have gone to Auburn, but I hate Auburn. I'm University of Georgia guy. That is what it is. If you want to get in the super chat, $5, and I can't wait to get to the super chats because I saw one come in. I'm gonna go off.
I missed you guys. This is
Tony.
I needed this.
I
needed this.
Brother, I love you.
I needed the
I
banter.
love both of you guys so dadgum much. And I know I'm not Graham Allen. People, they subscribe to this deal for Graham Allen, and Graham is saving the country. And he asked me to come be a part of this show, and I'm so thankful that he did, not only because of the Dear America family. And I told Graham the other day, I said, Graham, when you're ready to come back, this is your show. This is your show. I love Tony and Todd. I love you guys, and I love Royce. I love you guys so very much. You're my brothers, and I pray for you every day. The Patriot Hammer, baby.
Patriot Hammer. But before we get to super questions, I you know what? I wasn't going to do this, but I got to give my youngest son a shout out really quick. I told the guys about this, and I just wanted to share this. This has nothing to do with me raising him. He's just a good kid, man. My oldest son, Tyler, he sent a message to me at like 1 o'clock in the morning while I was asleep. And he was like, Dad, I can't sleep. Do you mind if I use the gym? Well, I have a gym here in my studio right here. And I woke up the next morning. He's like, hey, thanks for letting me work out. 2 days in a row at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, my son has come and worked out at my gym. And I found this sitting on my desk, before the show after it was done. And it just says, hey, Dad.
You leave that notebook out with a pen, like just in case he might want to leave you.
No, just in case I have to write things down to make fun of y'all. It says, hey, Dad, thanks for letting us use the gym. I hope you have a good podcast and a great day. I love you so, so much. Your favorite son. The second time he came, back again. Thanks for the gym. I love you, Tyler. I love this kid, man. I love being a dad so much.
You do. And you know what? It shows, and it makes a difference, man. It makes a difference. Let's pray for our kids. Let's pray for our kids. Todd, pray for us today. Man, I just love you guys so much, and I love just coming in here and being silly. This is a silly day, man. It's Monday. I've had a rough weekend, man. I mean, everything I do is bittersweet. Like I go to the White House, it's great, and then I get blasted for having a binder that Pam Bondi dropped in my lap. And then I have a great weekend in Springfield, Missouri doing live shows, and I get blasted for sharing a link to an article about soda and food stamps.
Brought to you by Chad Pratchett.
Here's what it is. Maggie Moo got a new camera, so tune in for that.
Well, all right, let us pray, folks. We'll pray for
Todd,
the children.
pray for us, baby.
Let's pray for our kids. Father, you are the ultimate Father. You are the beginning, the end, the Alpha, the Omega. Father, we love you. We thank you for everything that we do. But right now, we lift up our children. In this uncertain world and the uncertainty that's going on right now, we know that Satan is running rampant in our country right now, and he's going after the weakest of us, the ones that can be persuaded the most. And unfortunately, Father, that is our children. With the devices, the technology that we have in this country right now, Satan can jump in that technology. The demons of the world can jump in that technology and lead our children astray. Father, I pray in your Son's name, I pray the power of Jesus Christ to just defeat the devil, and I rebuke the devil in your Son's name to just stay away from our children, protect them, and if they have questions, not to be afraid to ask those questions to their parents. And to everybody out there that has kids, I beg you, Father, to pour your blanket of protection, your mercy above those children, all over those children, so that we can have a big, strong, God-fearing generation as this country moves on. And Father, we thank you. We love you for all that you do. And I ask all these things in your Son's name. And all God's people said,
Amen.
Who are you today?
I don't know.
Todd is a new man.
He is Totemus.
Forget what did I say last week? Toddlerism?
Toddlerism. BS Haymaker. I'll be willing to beat the Dems, have blackmail photos or info on Kingslinger in order to get him to take a hard left turn like he did.
Yeah, Kinzinger he's an interesting cat, man.
He is. He's kind of
an interesting cat.
Miss Lovegood, a better version of Snow White movie. Gal Gadot, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? You are that snow, not white bitch, as ugly as. Credits roll the end.
Gal Gadot's a pretty girl. She's she's well balanced.
And
I'll put it that way.
She was legit IDF too. She's a badass. Redneck Chickie, we need Trump to run for VP with Vance for president. I don't think he can.
I think he can. I remember we talked about it back when I think Obama could have ran for.
But I don't
VP
think Trump can be a VP. I don't think he has that mentality. I don't think so.
Hey, let me just say, Sherry Lynn, did you show the guys the card I gave y'all yet? It is with Party Foul Steve, and he's not here this morning. He's bringing it over. We'll do that tomorrow morning, and we do have a winner on the Dark MAGA hat. I'm sending you a box of merch. I did not show them yet. Guys, you don't know this, but she came to the show the other night. She gave me a card, and I said, I'm not going to open this card until I'm with the guys because I haven't read it yet. So she brought me a deal that's addressed to all of us. And so anyway, I'll get it.
That's awesome.
I'll get it. Party Foul Steve has it. Anyway.
From Drummer for God. If you guys want a reason to talk about how bad communism, socialism, you guys should try to get in touch with the fat electrician, assuming he'll agree not to swear.
He can swear. I don't care. I like people to be real, man.
Yeah. The pickled squirrel. Didn't AOD, Alexandria Ocasio-Donkey, play a huge part in turning Amazon away from building a second headquarters in New York City? Sounds kind of like an oligarchy to me. And why is nobody talking about the illegal that she paid with taxpayer dollars? That's my question.
She did shut down the deal of building the Amazon distribution center there in the Bronx.
I want to know why nobody's talking about that. Alicia Victoria is.
Hey, tell me how somebody that makes $174,000 a year makes $20 million. Let's talk about the oligarchy.
I want to know that trick. Is AOC just malicious incompetence where she's actually smart but plays stupid? That is the same lady who couldn't name 3 branches. I think she's smarter than she plays on. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I think
she's smart. Yeah, she's not stupid.
No.
She's not stupid, guys. And you know, one of the biggest things that we do, like even with Jasmine Crockett, is that her name?
Crockett shit.
She's very smart. These people are very smart. They know exactly what they're doing. Anyway, carry on.
True.
They say dumb things, but I say dumb things, and I'm reasonably smart.
I do it every day, every 30 seconds.
Todd, you said so much stuff in this episode. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna rewatch this.
Mama Christy, the whole Pfizer shot is BS. I never got the jab, but my dad did, and he died of a cardiac arrest.
Are you serious?
Man, damn. Loving you guys today is an awesome show. Many laughs. Always thanks for the information.
And
Sorry
by
to
the
hear
way,
that.
George Foreman got the shot too. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not
I mean,
saying,
George
just
Foreman
saying.
was 900 years old, but
He was.
I mean, he was a peak athlete. He was an alpha athlete.
Yeah. Oldest world heavyweight champion in
I mean,
history.
he wasn't really that. How old was he? Like 75, 76 or something?
Tarzan Cowboy,
Yeah, he's
the
80s.
conspiracy theory of the day. They are
Look it
doing this to make us buy electric cars since the mandate didn't work for them.
I've thought about that, Tarzan. I've thought about that. Like this, maybe this is some global elitist thing, and Trump really ain't on our side. And now it's another way to put the globalist climate money in our pocket.
No, he was only 76.
76, that was all?
76. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I thought he was 80.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still, great athlete.
But he publicly got the shot.
Yeah. The pickled squirrel. Ireland is importing far too many people who don't want to coexist. Lesbian Rosie and her non-binary kid are in for a shock if they wander into the wrong neighborhood.
Well, that's true, and I love Ireland. Hey, boys, let's go to Ireland.
I'm down.
Let's go to Ireland. Let's do a show from Ireland.
Can we?
Are we taking your private jet, or what? Do we
No,
do?
but whatever. We'll do that. We'll work out the financials. But let's go to Ireland. Let's do a show from Ireland, and let's get Conor McGregor on the show.
If you're saying we'll work on the financials that you're gonna pay, sure, I'll go.
Yes, I'll pay.
If you can make that happen, I will take a punch from Conor McGregor.
Oh my gosh!
No, you won't. Let me tell you, we were hanging out with it doesn't matter. I'll tell the story later.
But I am coming out like that kid from the Little Giants that's all wrapped up in stuff. I will take a punch from him. Yep.
I would love to see you get punched by Conor McGregor, dude.
Dude,
that would
how
be
many
like,
people can say that they've been punched by Conor McGregor? I mean, that's
I mean, I would rather say I almost got punched by Conor McGregor than say I did get punched by Conor McGregor.
You know, I got good health insurance.
Oh,
okay.
Who's our big MMA guy here in America?
Colby Covington?
No, the old one with the beard, with the Fu Man.
Chuck?
Iceman, Chuck Liddell.
You talking about Chuck
Liddell? Okay, so I was having drinks one night with Chuck Liddell. I'm skipping names here. I was hanging out with Chuck Liddell, and my buddy Matt Lyda with 9 Line Apparel. He doesn't drink, but he was bartending, and he said, "Do you want a Tito's?" Talking about Tito Ortiz. And Chuck Liddell snatched him. He's a 6'3" man. Snatched him across the bar.
Hates Tito.
And
Hates
pulled him
Tito.
across the bar. It was like, as a joke, but still picked that man up across the bar and pulled him. Chuck Liddell did that. There is no way I'm letting Conor McGregor touch me.
Hey, all it takes is the right paycheck.
Court Pop says he whipped Conor.
Have you seen the thighs on that dude, man?
He's a big dude now, ain't no doubt. I didn't say I want him kicking me. Don't kick me. No, don't kick me.
Good luck, man.
What we got here?
I Heart Country Life. I remember the Bama Auburn clip like it was yesterday as our baby shower for our first kid was getting over. My sister-in-law asked if we could turn the game on, and that is what happened. I don't even want to talk about that damn clip. Just roll it. Like, that's the only thing Auburn has to say.
That's one of the most brutal plays ever in college football.
Yeah, that was a ruthless producer. That was just ruthless. Redneck ingenuity. I have told both my kids to follow a trade. I'm a 10-year mechanic and make more a year than a lot of college grads. Best part, no student loans. Told you. Striker J, we'll do the thing, please, for Nicole Tipton. We really need you guys on this one. Surgery went well the other day, but the chemo is really taking a toll. Everyone, please come together and send Nicole. Yo.
Prayers. Yep.
Also, please pray for our sister Lauren, who is having some family struggles. Pray for her children and pray for her well-being as she continues to fight the good fight, keeping things together. Prayers, prayers. Alicia Victoria, I wanted to thank everyone in DA. Continue to pray for my dad. He is in his 200 days of sobriety and at church yesterday. I don't know what's happening, but my dad was in tears. God is good.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Yep.
Working on him.
Free press audit. Charlie Kirk is right. College is a scam. My oldest finishing her first year and is going to a trade school next. Kendra, please get a big pillow for Todd to scream in after the show. That's every day. It's me, Samantha. Shout out to the homeschool crew. May your patience be as strong as your coffee.
Nice.
Deal. Heart Country Life. It was the most unbelievable moment in football history. We couldn't believe it. Sorry, Todd. Just stop talking about it. Just stop it. just stop. Like the one time in 10 years y'all beat us and you brag about it.
Todd, did you see? I don't know if you can see. There's like 6 more super questions that were at the beginning we haven't read yet.
There's some. I know there's some that my Mr. Producer doesn't want to show, but feel free to show them.
Yeah, I Heart Country Life was most. Yeah,
you did that one.
Yeah, I did that one already.
Feel free to show 'em.
Let's see if I
Can
can
you
get
see 'em,
some.
Todd?
I'm going to the top. I don't. Hold up. Let me check some stuff really quick because his froze up. So let me see if I can find it.
What is D?
Yeah, here we go. Mystified. Todd has his Mafia. Chad has his Peckerwoods, and Tony has his Raza. Good to see you back, Tony. Muchos. But I don't know what that means.
Bendiciones. Prayers.
Bendiciones.
Yep.
Lots of prayers. Thank you. Appreciate
Yep.
it.
Lux Lawless. So to clarify, do you think the SNAP program should pay for soda pop and candy? Do you really think the government is the overreach? Next time you do this, you should pay. You should put you're getting paid to say. I don't know.
I didn't get paid to say anything. I shared the article because it was worth reading, and most of the people who complimented or commented on that deal or argued with me on that deal didn't read the article. Read the article. When I saw the thing, my deal was it was about promoting pushing back against government overreach. I'm not for government overreach. I'm not for people being on these programs of welfare. But at the end of the day, and I understand why people were mad at me over there for sharing the article, but I didn't get paid for sharing the article. Yes, we all have been offered, like I said earlier, we've all been offered opportunities for sharing things. But this particular thing, I thought it was a fair point. It was a fair point. People go to the store, people are on welfare, and they buy these things with food stamps. And it's like, oh, we're making people obese. And all. No, that's not the way I read that article. It's not the way I read that article.
Yeah, so get off his ass.
Or be on it. I mean, look, I chose to be in the public forum. I chose to be in the public eye. I say things, I tweet things, I retweet articles. They're not necessarily my opinions all the time, but I do put things out there. Well, and it's okay.
I'll say it for you. Get off his ass. Okay, Panhandle Girl. Wyatt Hendrickson, 2nd Lieutenant in the Air Force, doing Oklahoma State proud with President Trump and Senator Mullins in the crowd. Go Pokes.
Mullins is a beast, right?
Go Pokes. The Wolfman. Wyatt, great win over our U.S. Olympic champion now. Clearly a Trump supporter, so how can we get a Tampon Tim versus Wyatt match? Cain did challenge Tim Waltz to a WWE match. He did do that. I saw that. It was awesome.
I don't know anything about the guy that got beat, the U.S. Olympic champion. What was his name?
I don't know.
But I don't know anything about him. But he's obviously these dudes were beasts, man. Like you know what? You know what you won't see? You know what you won't see? You won't see some guy that's transitioning jump into that wrestling.
Oh, hell no. He'll get his throat ripped out.
Yeah, you're not going to see that.
Todd Hub fan. Wrestling is all scripted, but they know who will win days before the event. One reason why Stone Cold left, because they were going to have him lose to a new guy entering wrestling. I don't watch
So I'm friends with The Undertaker. You know, Mark Calloway. I'm friends with The Undertaker. Like, we're legitimate friends.
Mm-hmm.
He's the most famous person that I know besides Donald Trump, because I was at the White House. And he'll tell you, he'll tell you stories. Cain, I've been around Cain. I'm not friends with him, but I know him. They'll tell you that every now and then, like, if a guy's like a kind of like up and coming guy and he kind of violates the rules of the wrestling, they'll tune him up.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, they'll tune him up. Like, when The Rock, when he said when Dwayne Johnson was coming up, he knew The Rock was the future of wrestling. He said, I was supposed to win the fight. He said, but I knew he was the guy. He said, I flipped the script and I let him win. I let him beat me. He said that's the way it went down. So those guys, they're massive athletes, first of all. Massive athletes. And but they do tune each other up a little bit.
That's interesting to know. I wonder if it's like right before the fight, you know, they had that, I'll let you win this, you know, Rock because blah, blah, blah. Or while they're in their ring, you know, just, you know, because you can see how much energy they're exerting. I mean, they're freaking throwing each other around. And
I was at a shooting range with Undertaker a while back, a couple years ago. And we were at a shooting range and he was on the phone the whole time. I was like, dude, are you going to come shoot or what? The whole time he was on the phone with Vince McMahon. And I have a cowboy hat signed by Undertaker if anybody wants to buy it. He signed it right on the daggum front, idiot, because I still had to spend another day in Vegas. But he was on the phone with Vince McMahon, who was trying to talk him into coming back and doing another WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. These dudes at their age, incredible athletes. And I said to Undertaker, we were smoking a cigar one time, Mark Calloway. I said, Mark, I'm going to punch you in the face. And he goes, I better not find out about it. These dudes are beasts, guys.
Yeah,
They're
you better
beasts.
do it and run.
But yeah, Tony, I think they do. There's a script, but they have some liberty to how to do it. And if a guy gets out of line, they will punch him.
Yeah,
They'll
they
smack
will.
him around.
Yeah, they used to. I heard stories about Andre the Giant, like we get pissed and just slap the piss out of somebody in the middle of the ring,
Dude,
like for real.
Well, Dustin Runnels, who is Dusty Rhodes' son, you know, you got Cody Rhodes and all them. Like, he's a friend of mine. And they tell you stories, dude, that are insane about these guys. What a lifestyle. Anyway.
Really? I heart country like Todd. I'm not an Auburn fan at all. It was just funny. No, the hell it wasn't. It wasn't funny.
It's so funny,
Nothing
dude.
funny about it.
You know, my favorite picture is when Uga went up to bite the Auburn
The
player.
Auburn,
Yeah.
that was great. That was.
And when
great.
we
He
did the
should have bit his
blackout
finger
against
off.
Auburn and beat the out of them.
Yes, love it. Deborah Van, my son graduated with a forensic accounting degree, bought a $300,000 company, and turned it into a company worth millions. Good. Is he hiring?
That's cool.
Let's see. Emily, I just saw a license plate that says DEI Luck. So do you think this person regrets that choice, or are they boasting in how they can afford a $80,000 truck in a DEI hired salary? Well, that's a good question. That's it. That's all of them.
All right, we went long. We got through the stories in the hour, Mr. Producer. We got through all the stories in the hour. Now we've just been hanging out.
That's it.
With everybody. And then our numbers suck today.
It's Monday.
No, last Monday was huge. We had 160,000 viewers. And it's all because of me. Everybody hates me. Whatever.
That's all right.
That's true.
What is it?
It's spring break. Good point. Good point, Mr. Producer. Spring break.
Yeah. Last week was, 2 weeks ago was spring break here.
Yep. But that's it. Don't forget, like button, share button. Please hit the like button right now. We're really low on likes. We're at 789. Get it over to 1,000. And the 3 people that hit the down arrow button, guess what? Your mother doesn't love you.
Probably the only person that loves them. Hey, bump it up to 1,000. But anyway.
Your mother doesn't love you.
Yeah, that's true. They don't. Well, that's all I got, boys. What you got?
Nothing. Tell them goodbye, Todd. What time's your show today?
All right, I'm at 3 o'clock, God's time today. Chad is at 1 Central. So, there's one more super question. My dudes, can you invite Goldust and Undertaker to the show, please?
Yeah. So I talked to Goldust. I love Dustin so much. I talked to Calloway not long ago, and because he and Matt Lyda with Nine Line, Matt Lyda is a very dear friend of mine. Who he said we're going to do a podcast with Undertaker, and he goes, I want him to look at old wrestling matches and talk about like what was going through his mind at the time. So now they're doing.
Awesome.
Well, they couldn't do that because it was licensed, right?
Oh, that's
but now he brings all the deal, and so they asked me like to come on the show, and I said, absolutely not, because all they want to do is hear from other wrestlers, like Diamond Dallas Page was on there the other day. Like they only want to hear from other wrestlers. I was like, there's no way I'm taking that heat. I ain't taking that heat.
I miss Diamond Dallas Page. He was awesome.
Yeah.
He was awesome. But anyway, that's all we got. Tony, you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Hasta mañana, everybody.
All right, don't forget, catch me at 3 o'clock today. You can catch Chad at 1. Chad, sign us off, baby.
I will. I love you guys so much. Todd, Tony, I should say. Tony, I'm glad you're back, man. Yes, and I've been praying for you every day, and we'll continue to do that. I know you got a lot going on.
Thanks, sir.
In your family, man. I love you so much. And you know what? There's a lot of people out there listening to us and watching us, and you have a lot going on. There's people with cancer. There's people with rebellious kids. There's people with tragedy in their life. There's people with depression that are just sad. And you know what? There's a lot of wild things going on in our world. But at the end of the day, the only world that matters is the one that you're living in. And the one that you have, the stresses that you have, God is bigger than those. And no matter what you go through, God's in control. And at the end of the day, if you are in a relationship with him through his son Jesus, you will spend eternity with him. And all those problems will be nothing. They're all temporary, folks. They're all temporary. And I just want to say that I'm living a blessed life, full of stress, full of exhaustion, a lot of going, a lot of motion. But at the end of the day, I'm blessed. And you know what? Part of the reason I'm blessed is because of people like you. I'm thankful for you. Thank you for loving our country. Thank you for loving our values and our foundations and our Constitution and all these things that we believe in. And thank you for loving us. That's all that matters. We appreciate you, and we will talk to you later today and then tomorrow again on Dear America. God bless you. Bye.